TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet leased lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
A bright sunny afternoon right here at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. It's the Club Cricket Committee Lagos Premier League 2025-2026 season. And today's game, it's Super Eagles Cricket Club. Came all the way from the Division 1 of the league last season in their first entry into the league, and getting promotion to the top division of the league, going against arguably one of the biggest teams in the league, Foundation Cricket Club. Earlier on today, we had the toss in which Foundation Cricket Club won the toss and elected to bat first. Good afternoon with my co-colleague Endurance.
Good afternoon, everyone, and an interesting encounter here. Foundation Cricket Club would look to continue their winning streak. The team list for today for Foundation, interesting. David Ankra, the captain himself, will lead the park with Uche Boniface Emmanuel. Saturday, Elijah Jimmy is on the team list sheet today. Samuel Okwara, Ridwan Mohammed, Eden Bright, Young, Ricky Tete surprisingly make the starting lineup. Abdullahi Ismail, Pekulia Egemesi, Godwin Efyong, Abubakar Salisu, and number 12 here is Oladejo Emmanuel. That is the Foundation lineup for today. And for Super Eagles, we have Manglik Vora, Sumit Kumar, Sauna, Benga Akinriola, Ajit, Aziz Wariz, Dantata, Kamal, Peter Aho, Husseini Prosper, Nikong, and Peter Isari.
That's you've had the first 11 of the Super Eagles Cricket Club. Nikum Kunjamar are those players, but most interestingly is to see that Peter Aho and Hussein Prosper are the two new players signed by this team into the Division 1, and opening the bowling for them definitely is going to be the Nigerian opening bowler and the man who just made his return back from the ILT 20, no other person than Peter Aho, putting on jersey number 30 he will be opening the bowling from the pavilion end to ensure that he brings back his experience for his side. We sincerely apologize for the timing you're seeing on the screen. The game is meant to start by 2 o'clock, but due to the Greenwich Median Time, GMT, it is 1 p.m. being put there, but it is actually by 2 that the game is going to be started. The Super Eagles are already on the field waiting for the umpires to get on with the game. So it is going to be very, very, very interesting one. Peter Aho is the new man, is the man who will be opening the bowling for his side. And just like Endurance said, there you have the playing 11 of Foundation Cricket Club. Interestingly, that man there at the bottom of your screen, Rickson Tete, is making his game today. Interesting to say, Endurance. All through the week when we had the discussion, he said he had done 60 laps for this particular game.
Maybe it's not about laps, it's just one ball or wickets or runs, and you have to decide what you want to do. But it's good to see him play. It's always good to see guys who have been administering the game around to also be part of the show on the field of play. Interesting part is that Foundation Cricket Club turns 40 years this year, the oldest club in the country, and good to see how they've kept the game alive. And when this league started with just 4 teams, they were part of those that started the league. And now we have 23 clubs in the league, and they're still here. Something to be cheering about. It's good to see Super Eagles Cricket Club all set, waiting for proceedings to commence here. And it's the umpires strolling in. It's Kende Olabionu and Ramon Adelakun that will do all the honors today. Some promising encounter here. Trust me, the 2 opening bowlers, Nigeria's finest, Peter Aho, Prosper Useni. What would have been the money for water? What would have been the water money to make this move happen? But they know a lot is on their shoulders today. And it's Ricky Tete, that man who's walked in, and what will he be doing? He will try and ensure that Foundation Cricket Club survives this onslaught planned by Super Eagles. A lot is in the kitty today, and that man, Prosper Peter Aho, I beg your pardon. Interesting to know that he was in Dubai late last year and to earlier this year at the ILT20 in the UAE, one of the few associate players who participated in that tournament. I'll tell you what, Ricky Tete, will I say this is a suicide mission or what? Time will tell. But Peter Hall won't stick around without trying to blood someone through this one. Yeah, too quick for this one, too quick. Elijah, that man. It's going to be plenty battle here today. Saturday, Elijah Jimmy. Peter Aho. We hope that he makes a statement here for Super Eagles. This will really be a big sign-off, perhaps one of the biggest sign-offs you would see around. Yes, he gets his man. This is what is made of. It is the ILT20 star. This is the sign-off. This is the reason. And that man makes a big statement. Elijah had no answer of that one. It's the second delivery of this first innings, and it is 1 wicket for no runs on the board. It's Peter Aho who writes that statement. Look at that again. Clearly, no answer. Not interested in coming forward. And Peter just making a statement for why Super Eagles made this sign off. That man just coming fresh from Dubai, where he participated alongside some top key associate players in the ILT20.
Very much right, Endurance, where he participated, and that's the start island. That's the that Super Eagles will be happy to have. That big man, that tall, lanky man from Edo State, he will be happy with the way he starts. You can see he never smiles. A lot of people say maybe he just one man. When he's getting business done, he just gets it done. And he has done justice with the ball. Second ball of the over, second ball of the first innings, the first wicket. Again on the replay, you can see the batter was on the leg stump and he just opened the gate. And the gate of the dugout was opened by the batter. And it is 1 wicket already. No runs on the board. 2 balls bowled. Into the middle is Bright, who will be facing the third ball of this over.
This is a good way to begin that statement. I'll tell you what, it's either you hit or I miss it. And the batters know this. Ricky Tete knows this. He's got a fine helmet, nicely done. Not sure if he's got a chest guard or a tie pad. Yes, there might be one there. But I'll tell you what, you're facing 2 of Nigeria's finest bowlers. He goes big. Opportunity, but this might be saved. Yes, it is saved. And it's the first boundary. He knows Bright. That one hits him there on the shoulder and goes all the way. And glove, I think gloves onto his shoulder. Oh, it's a leg by. That's the delivery. Clearly, really pound that one hard onto the surface of this wicket. And hits his shoulder. It is 4 leg byes now. Umpire Kendi Olabin want to signal that nicely. And Peter knows it. Ricky Tete on the non-strikers end knows what is coming his way. A good intent by Bright. A good fight here, but he has a lot more to answer here. Oh, beautiful delivery here. This is good intent here by both bowler and batter. I can tell you clearly, we have a lot of foundation members following and watching this game, and they would love to be here. And that is what the sponsorship has brought us, sitting in the comfort of your homes and supporting the club that have been in existence for 40 years. Oh, brilliant line. A good response from Bright. And that's it. That's the end of the first over. It is 1 wicket loss for just 4 runs on the board. It is that man, Aho, who takes his man. Elijah plays around that one and would depart without scoring. Disappointing for him. He knows it. He knows how important this is. And I'll tell you what. Interesting sights here. This is one of the most finest young stars you will have around. Very equipped. Left arm off spinners. Warif Aziz will be bowling his first delivery from the Court of Appeal and to Ricky Tete.
Rickson Tete facing the first ball of this 2025-2026 season. Oh, good square cuts, but straight to the man, a point. He's just going to get off the mark for a single. He'll be happy with that. Look at that shadow batting again from the man.
He loves to hit the ball around that region and he'll be happy to get off strike. Waris will have to ask some key questions. And another dot ball.
Good slower ball there from Maurice, keeping it on the foot stump line. Bright still finding it a bit difficult to try the square cut shot. 3 balls already bowled. Now this time a bit slower towards who missed the flight. And that should be a boundary.
Interesting. This is looking really interesting. Good start for Foundation, but for that wicket. Interest you to know that I hope perhaps has another 18 deliveries left. But that man, Prosper Oseni, will still have a chance to bowl in 24 balls.
That has gone up a bit above the ball fielder. But he will take a single for that. Rexy Tete not interested in the second one. The battlefield dusted with
At
himself.
TechPoint Global Solutions,
Should
we
have
deliver
just gone a bit
enterprise-grade
higher.
connectivity across Nigeria.
But rather,
Our dedicated internet
kept
lease
it
lines
single.
provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025,
good piece of fielding there by the man at point. Back with the point actually, ensuring that the ball does not beat him or race to the boundary for 4. And after the end of that over, it is 11 for 1 after 2 overs. Peter Hull back into the attack from the pavilion end. Is the third over, 11.1 overs gone. 2 overs gone actually. 11 runs on the board, 1 wicket already. I think I'm a little bit high on the excitement and expectation of today's game. But now this is interesting. Rexy Tete is on strike. He's going to be facing a quick ball. Nicks in an edge. He would be happy with that as that race to the boundary for 4. Rexy Tete hitting that on the ground, making sure that both the keeper and second slip, just look at that again, rolled on the ground, keeper couldn't stop that, made that run all the way to the boundary for 4. And with that 4 runs, Rexy gets up to 6 of 3 balls And FCC are 15 for 1. Super Eagles will be hoping that it gets above 100 mark because consistently they have gone over 100. So at this point, they know they have a lot to work with. Peter Aho with the third ball. With the second ball of the third over. Tried to play that on Peter Aho. Good forward defensive there by Rickson Tete. .3 overs gone. Now this time Fuller, but Bright went forward defensive. The tall lanky man taking his time. Not so much in a hurry. He's certainly sure of himself. Full with confidence. Former FGC Warri bowler. Now this time he goes one bounce. Think he might be getting the one in. Yes, in signal there by the umpire. And a white being shown. Two balls left. Wanted to go for the bouncer, but rather it was a white ball. Now this time full towards Prosper Hussaini for just a single.
Would be nice to see Ricky's strike rate. Yeah, he's moved on to 705 deliveries. This partnership seems to have yielded just 18 runs from about 2.5 overs. Interesting to see Warri's not getting through there. It's Prosper Hussaini into the last delivery of his second over. Peter Aho, I beg your pardon. That man, fresh legs. Oh, he glances that one. And Ricky happy there to just get a single from there. He will make a big statement here today. Not comfortable there. I hope he's fine. Peter Aho. That man should be looking very fresh. It is the end of the third over and it's 19 for the loss of 1 wicket. That partnership just yielded 19 runs. First wicket came from the second delivery of the first over.
There you have it. Bright Ungbong and Rickson Tete faced 15 balls together, have a partnership of 18 runs. But Elijah Saturday, Jimmy and Rickson Tete only managed to face 2 balls. That perfect in swinger by Peter Aho to take that man who has been so much in form last season, that Saturday Elijah Jimmy. But at this point, they still have David Ankra, who is still on the bench. And interesting to say, he has the fastest 50 in the league so far in less than 15 balls. Jesse number 23 from the Court of Appeal end. He'll be looking to see how he can break the partnership of these two batters building up. Richson still in the middle. Appeal for LBW not given. Umpire Ramon Adelaku not interested. Kamal is the new bowler. First ball he bowled was a dot ball. And he's gone. He opened the gates, and his leg stump have been dislodged. Having faced 7 balls, Rickson Tete's innings has come to an end.
He'll be quite disappointing. He was actually planning to face the real fast bowlers of this team, but clearly swing is not his bet. He was beaten there clearly. He played around that one, and he would depart. Disappointed Rickson Tete, but he's made the efforts to play today, and it's good to see him on the field. That man there, always intense about his cricket. I call him a smaller Bavuma. You can see how he's trying to communicate to his partner, but he knows he wants them to stay. Clearly the passion is there. It's Goswell who will join Bright, and I'll tell you what they will look for is a partnership. At the moment, his foundation in all sorts of trouble. 23 for the loss of 2 wickets after 3.2.
And now God's Will is the new man into the center. After that second wicket, it's 23 runs on the board, 3.2 overs gone. Kamal, the man with just 2 balls bowled already, a wicket to his name. Would we be seeing the first upset in this league? Foundation Cricket Club has been done extremely well, but they know that they have a lot at stake if they are going to be having any game to go by, because Super Eagles will be looking to have a victory here, at least to make sure that they have a chance of staying in the Premier League.
This is going to be an interesting call for the bottom 4 teams. If only Super Eagles will make something out of this. Decent line there by Kamal, asking a lot of questions around that difficult and nagging length. Goes well and Bright here. We'll be looking to get that partnership. The captain himself, David Ankra, that man with the fastest 50 this season, and still seated at the bench in the dugout, and hopefully comes in to be part of this game. Brilliant. Just another dot. An attacking field placement here. We can see 4 fielders in front of the batter, all in the ring. Long on long of the two outside the inner ring. Shot mid wicket, shot fine leg, shot third man. Just 2 fielders outside this inner ring in the first power play. First 6 overs. He goes big in the air, but safe. He finds the gap. It's big, will just be a single. And it's Goswell who gets on the mark.
Appeal for a nick not given there by the umpire. Putting on jersey number 3 is the captain, Vora Mangalik. Is the new man in from the pavilion end. He will be bowling the 5th over within the power play. Spin coming in into the attack. I think so much for Super Eagles. Soft hands on the ground, straight towards long off for a single. Two balls left to be bowled. Foolish this time. It goes big. Can that be taken? No, it's a 6. That's a maximum. And then you see the signal there by the umpire. That's going to be a very big, huge maximum. Vora would not be happy with himself. Let's see that again on the replay. Just look at that. Too full within the arc. Just look at it. He tossed it up and the batter just needed to just go big. And all long on and long off could do was just look at the ball as he went all the way to the boundary for 6. After the end of the 5th over, it is 33 for 2. Current run rate is 6.60. Required run rate, projected score is actually going around 130. So if FCC can continue at this rate, they might be looking at around 130 or 140. But let's not forget that you still have the likes of David Ankra still seated in the dugout. That man will be looking to go big for his side. Down on the ground towards long on. They take 2 comfortable runs. Good ball in there, but the bowler very well bowled, asking questions. But the umpire is not interested in that. Again, from the replay, just look at the angle. Though it was drifting down the leg, there was no way that the umpire was going to give a leg before wicket.
Kamal has been very interesting from the Court of Appeal end, and his Goswell will respond. He goes big this time, and the fielder did brilliantly to ensure that doesn't go through. It would have been another boundary because there's no protection in the deep there, but it would just be a single, and we're in the final over of the power play. It's 36 runs on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. Foundation gradually building this, but for the wicket, they would have been in a strong position. A brilliant bowling, line and length there from Kamal. Just showing it some decent consistency there. Short ball, hits it hard but straight to the fielder and covers. Brilliant piece of fielding, not giving away a single. Bright knows how disappointing this could be. The Foundation will have to do more here. This game is very important if they have to stay at the top of the 3 logs on the league table. They've been consistent, but a lot of games have gone in. He goes big. Will he find his man? Yes, he found the gap, and this time it's out of the boundary. Another 6. This is a brilliant shot. The umpire there signaling to the scorers is Ramon Adelekun. Again on your screen in the slot, and he goes big. He finds it. He gets it. Maximum. Disappointing for Kamal, who have bowled brilliantly. And that's the end of the power play over. It's the end of the 6th over. Score moves to 42 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today. At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity.
Thank you very much to all our sponsors: Sterling Bank, Tata International, Lagos Cricket Stakeholders, TechPoint Global Solutions, Nigerian Cricket Federation, Sego Family Foundation, Pet Foundation, Milo, University of Lagos Cricket Alumni, and the Lagos State Cricket Association. Those are the teams that has ensured that the 2025-2026 Club Cricket Committee League goes on as planned. And I think after that 6, the ball seems not to be found. That's why there's a bit of a delay in the game. But I'm sure maybe they have found it. The umpires have gotten another ball. Again, let's see if we can get that 6 again. How big was that? Went straight, went deep, went high. So much that it just went under the car. I think from this angle, we were able to see that. So I'm quite wondering why the fielding side were unable to see that. Maybe they just decided to take a breather and ensure that they just find a way to re-strategize. But I think the umpire has gotten the balls back, and we will be good to go for the remainder of this game. And after the 6th over, which is the first power play, the batting scorecard says it all. There you have it. The only 2 guys who are still in there is Bright Unyong and Godswill Efyong. 20 runs for Bright and 5 for Godswill. Retson Tete with 12 runs of 8 balls. Those are the only 3 batters that has put up a very huge total. Now you can see the lineup for a Foundation Cricket Club. Ismail Abdullah, Okwara Samuel, Peculiar, Gamese, Kenneth Boniface, Abubakar Saliu, Mohammed Ridwanulai, and David Ankara are still yet to bat for their side. So it's still a very long lineup of batters for Foundation Cricket Club. And in terms of bowling, for the Super Eagles, there you have Peter Aho with 1 wicket, having bowled 2 overs with just 12 runs conceded, and Kamal Mangahani with 2 overs, 10 runs conceded and 1 wicket. Those are the only 2 bowlers that have gotten 2 wickets in this game. And into the attack now. Would it be Prosper Hussaini putting on jersey number 75? They decide to bring him in after the power play. So he will be having either 4 or 5 protection in the deep for himself. Usually he opens the bowling with a new ball, but after 6 overs, it's definitely still going to be a new ball, and the ball might still be swinging. So they'll be looking to find a way to see how they can break this partnership that is gradually building for Foundation Cricket Club. After 6 overs, 42-42. Prosper Hussaini retracing his track. The tall, lanky left man from Edo State. Puts in a jersey number 75. Good start there by him, swinging it out. Outside edge to the man in the deep. There you have Benga Kiriola, and a single taken for that. Well bowled by Prosper, keeping it outside. That's a very good outswing. One for the smell of the leather. And the umpire signaling there to Prosper. You have just one in the over. So the next two balls has to be good delivery, taking it completely outside of the bounce. Soft hand forward defensive. On the drive, but the bowler had to stretch his hands out to stop that from racing away from him. And with that stop, it brings us to the end of the 7th over, 43 for 2. Back into the attack from the cut of appeal lane is Waris Aziz. He has only bowled one over, considered 7 runs. Can he get a wicket to break this partnership? Or would he just be conceding runs or probably gathering up the dot balls? A bit of a slight field change. The boundary riders are deep square leg, long on, long off, and deep extra covers. Both third man and fine leg are in the 30th circle, and he has a point, covers mid-wicket. In his 30th circle, pushed towards covers where you have the captain, Vora Mangalik. What a turn, what a turn. Good turn there, boy. Where is? The batter thought he could actually hit that properly, but he went away. Appeal for stumping, not given. Where is asking question? That man is one of the finest spinners we have in the country. The man who represented the country a couple of months ago for the under-19 qualifiers in an edge. They'll take a single. Can they come back for the second? Yes, they seem to take the second one. 2 runs taken comfortably. Talking about Waris, he once played for Government College, but an Old Boys Cricket Club. Had a very good time there last season, ensuring that he helped his side, that's Government College, to a very good campaign, but decides to move to Super Eagles Cricket Club. He's gone high, he's gone big. Can that be taken? No, it's a maximum. There you see the hands of the umpire going up. Wariz has just been dispatched for a 6. Again in the replay, he was there in the arc, shot of a good length. All the batter needed to do was triggering, and there was nothing the man at long on could do than just to go fetch the ball behind the boundary for a 6. God's will now 14 runs or 14 balls. He's gone big again. Back-to-back 6s. Back-to-back 6s. It just seems like Wariz is not understanding what's going on. Again on the replay. Shot of a good length. Slightly full at this time. All the batter needed to do was just swing the bat. And God's will, with just 2 balls of 12 runs, has taken his tally to 20. As Super Eagles have finding it difficult to see how they can break this partnership, as Foundation Cricket Club are now 57 for 2 after 8 overs. Vuram Mangalik back into the attack from the pavilion end. 2 balls bowled already, 2 dot balls. This time a bit slower, this time a bit fuller, this time a bit bigger. And that's another maximum. This time it's from Bright. He waited, knelt on his knee. He knew where he wanted to dispatch the ball to. It was a slower ball. And all the man at deep mid-wickets could do was just go pick up the ball. Foundation Cricket Club are beginning to get into the zone they want to get to. It beat on the ground just towards deep extra covers. A run out chance. Is that given? I think the batter has injured himself while trying to run in. I think he has. But that was a close call. Again on the replay. Just look at that throw. Grounded his bat. But that type of injury has made him look completely not the way he would have wanted it. Quickly, let's go quick into a quick commercial break.
Brilliant partnership here between Bright and Godswill. And that's the end of the 9th over. It is 65 for the loss of 2 wickets. The batting partnership for you between these two after those quick wicket Elijah and Ricky. We've got both of them 28 of 29 and 20 of 15 deliveries. Goswell being the aggressor, the 133 strike rate. Bowling scorecard, just 2 wickets gotten. Not what you want to see by Peter Aho. Just 1 wicket so far. As Prosper Hussaini, who will be bowling from the Court of Appeal end of the TBS Oval.
Hussein Prosper from the Court of Appeal end. Pepsi will do. A bit of a few change. The Super Eagles needs to be time conscious. If not, maybe at that 15th over, they might be having the batting power play being used, but they need to make sure that they get the time done on time because they have just 85 minutes to bowl 20 overs. Oh, good bowling there by Prosper Hussaini, swinging it out. Guts wheel not finding a response to that. Prosper Hussaini showing the stuff he's made of and showing the class he's made of, keeping it wicket to wicket, using the seam of the ball against Jesse number 22, Guts wheel. Now this time he beat Fuller, but they will just take a comfortable single. I think after the 10th over, Foundation should be looking at bringing in David Ankra to push up this run rate. 66 for 2. It's pretty much a bit low. Oh, good piece of bowling there by Prosper Hussaini, swinging it out, ensuring that Bright has no response to that. Now this one into the pads. He feels disappointed. They take the second one. Super Eagles are just quite feuding like as if they are not in this game. It just looks like their body language is like, you know what, whatever they put up on board, we would be able to chase down in the second innings.
Last ball of the first half of the first innings. You can see that brilliant ball, but this time only finds the man at deep square leg. 2 runs, more runs here for Foundation Cricket Club. And that's the end of the 10th over. It is 67 runs on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. It's Bright and Goswell, 31 of 32 and 21 of 18 deliveries. Prosper Hussaini Conceded 6-5 in that over. And it will be water break. Bowling scorecard for you. Peter Aho 1 for 12 from 2 overs, economy rate of 6. Kamal Manghani 1 for 10 from 2 with economy rate of 5. Husseini Prosper, no wicket yet, conceded 5 runs from 2 overs, economy rate 2.5.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT-managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
And there you have it, the batting scorecard after the end of the 10th overs. Just 69 on the board, 2 wickets. Now, Aziz Waris has bowled 2 over from the end. Well, I don't know why they are bringing him back here. Haven't bowled 2 overs, 21 runs conceded. He's still looking for that wicket. God's will is 21 off 18 balls, and Bright is 31 off 32 balls. And again, quickly before he goes, that's the batting scorecard. It's gone big, he's gone high. Is that a catch? Yes, it is. Lovely catch by Jesse number 30, Peter Aho. That man has taken the wicket, and finally Waris has his wicket.
And that's what we talk about. You ask the question why they brought him back. He's one of the finest left arm, as you can see. Floated that one in. Godfrey goes big, but didn't really go through with that one. And that man, Peter Aho, coming back from the ILT20, made no mistake from that one. Just the needed break from Super Eagles. It is 69 for the loss of 3 wickets from 10.1 overs bowled.
10.1 overs bowled. I would be expecting that the captain should come in right now, and that is it. Jesse number 90, David Ankra. They need to push this run rate high, because if they are going to in any way get a comfortable runs to defend in the second innings, it has to be above 120 or possibly 130. But if you keep the captain, David Ankra, seated on the ground in the dugout, it's going to be too much. But now he's in, and he has Aziz Waris to contend with the remaining 5 balls in the 11th over. FCC at 69 for 3.
That is what you do require. Captain David Ankra strolls into the wicket. and going to be contending against one of the finest left-armers you have around. Yeah, we've got them. Very tricky one. He was very instrumental during the under-19s here at the TBS Cricket Over last year match for Nigeria. Got a couple of wickets. He knows it. Waris, Aziz, Super Eagles. Plenty of movement we've seen this season. Tells you how much has gone under the waters. Maybe I like that song, yeah. Money in water.
A lot of teams know how important this season is. It's about the survival of the fittest, both at the Premier League and at the Division 1. If you want to survive, you need to make the buy-ins. You need to entice the players and make them work for their money. And that is what Waris has done. That move from GCI to Super Eagles has just started paying off with that wicket. And David Ankra into the attack.
Good response from David in the block hole straight away. I think this young man, Aziz Waris, is the next man talk of stories. He's been very consistent. If he can be patient, he will get loads of wickets. Flights that one. David gets that single, he calls for it and runs hard once a second. But no easy call because that man with the big arm, Peter Aho, fielded it quite nicely. It's interesting to note that Foundation Cricket Club have been 40 years in existence. They were there during the first league and they are here today and still playing. One of the 4 teams that started the Club Cricket Committee League of Lagos, Foundation Cricket Club. More dot balls here. Brilliant piece of bowling here by Waris. It's good to see the amount of young stars between both teams. Short pitch delivery, misses out on that one. Bright been taunting him.
David Ankra.
Hey George, what's happening? $70 for 3 at the end of the 11th over. We're into the second half of the first innings. And Waris was that man that got that breakthrough.
The bowling scorecard now has it. Peter Aho, the first 3 bowlers all have wicket. Peter Aho, Aziz Waris, and Kamal all have 1 wicket each to their credit. And you can see the Foundation Cricket Club needs to find that momentum that they need if they are in any way going to have something to chase or to something to defend in the second innings. Kamal is the new bowler from the Court of Appeal end.
Brilliant line. Kamal, it's quite difficult to put away. Swinging the ball. Seems he's swinging it both ways. It's interesting to see how swing bowling has become also effective here. He finds the gap there, running hard between the wicket. David, he wants the second. Yes, he gets it. This is very good to see. Foundation will have to build from here. Projected score is 127 and currently on 6.35 and over. They need more than this to have a very decent total. 150 plus here would be a good score. Inside edge and keeper misses out on that one. One out opportunity. This time they would run clean. Bright shouldn't be struggling with his bat there. Reminds me of the South African story at the World Cup. They're always going to hunt them years to come against Australia. Fine innings by that man, Shaw Gibbs, in that game. And then Comes down the line. That shimmy. Bright will not stop going big, but a fielder comes around it. Will just be a single. I like his personality and his aggression. He just needs to control it, AB. Perhaps try to hit a few on the ground.
He needs to play in the V, not just going aggressive. He also needs to understand his field set. He was quite lucky that didn't meet the center of the blade, because if it had, it would have traveled all the way down towards the deep man who was right there along on, or I beg your pardon, along off. He might be have been taking the walk back to the boundary. David Ankara coming forward. I think he's struggling with the bat, because he's looking more into the bat. Maybe he would have called for another bat.
He did call for one earlier, but clearly he knows what his plans are and he really wants to get on with this game. Good shot this time, uppish, but safe. Kamal doing the hard work, but every Ankara, he knows what is required as keeper, and he will keep looking for those runs.
After the end of the 12th over, it's 75 for 3. And David Ankara, yes, I was right. He was struggling with the bat. Now he has a change of bat. Now I think he's going to be more confident to start striking the ball. But interestingly, we've seen situations where people change bat and get bowled the next ball. But this time, Waris is back into the attack. He's going to be bowling his last over. Can he get a second wicket in this over? But he has David Ankara, who has just changed this bat. I hope commentator's curse doesn't go with David Ankara this time, because he has changed his bat, and I said people do change their bats and they lose wickets. Now this time he decides to swing. I think he's more comfortable. They're trying to take the second. And that's the second, and I think I now understand why David Ankara decided to change his bat. Now he feels more comfortable swinging the bat.
Well, he's back at it again. He comes and plays across the line and misses out on that one. And keeper already stomping him before picking up the ball.
Oh, good ball in there by Waris. Turning it away from the bat. Trying to get the outside edge.
Goes big. This time, no way the fielder was going to come around that. Peter could only watch that one. Just a shimmy there by David Ankara. This time around, guns blazing against Waris. On your screen again, that line was there for the take. Comes down the line and watches it all the way. I'd say Peter Hall could only go fetch. That's what you expect from that man who's got the record for the fastest 50 this season. He's moved to 13 of 11 deliveries presently. And clearly, he has a plan. It's 83 for 3 from 12.4. Brilliant piece of bowling there by Waris and feeding to his own bowling, which is very good. Yeah, still a ball to be bowled in this over. 6.4. The captain knows the plan. He has to find the gaps and get as much as he can. This time around, square drive. He finds another boundary. Through backward of point. It is David Ankara, that man gone blazing. Expected of him. That's the end of the 13th over, and the score moves to 87 for the loss of 3 wickets. I see it again. Wide-ish this time, and he goes big. Square drive. You can call that. We will go between our sponsors' banners here.
Talking about sponsors banner, and there you have the whole sponsors for the 2025-2026 league season. All have ensured that we have an exciting one. But if you're wondering, is this a league decider? It's not yet. It's just the round to determine the two teams who are going to go for the relegation, and the top 6 teams will go battle it out for the Super 6. Kumar with his last over from the Court of Appeal end. The first ball is a dot ball. A bit of a late cut. That race to the boundary. Yes, it has raced to the boundary. Slow but steady, but yet still gets to the boundary. Late cut to put himself in a very good position. Just look at that again. Late back foot. Knew that the man was in the 30th circle, and all the two fielders could do was just to race down to pick up the ball from the boundary. Lovely fall there by Bright, which take his tally now to 36 of 38 balls. That has gone all the way. After that 4, Bright decides to go big this time, and he has hit that all the way to the boundary for 6.
Just on your screen again, he goes this time, opens up that gap there and goes over mid-wicket for the deserved 6. I'll tell you, Foundation Cricket Club are ensuring this year would be a good celebrating year for them. 40 years in this business, and the youngsters they have, Bright, Ankara, God's will won't hold back. This is brilliant thinking. He is a cricketer, I tell you what.
Bright now in 42. 8 shot of a half century. Tracks that on the ground towards long on. Like I said in the game earlier, this strip has produced more half century than you can think of in the league.
This, I tell you what, we can guess that this will be the league that would have produced most runs in a season in the past 10 years. See, brilliant shot this time. Goes through another boundary. It's all runs written all over them here. It is David Ankara. And watch it again on your screen. Was there that line outside the off-stump shot and offered that back foot opportunity? David Ankara will say thank you for offering that one. Moves to 21 of 14 deliveries. It is 102 for 3 at the end of the 14th over. 36 deliveries left, and that's the scorecard for you. A batting scorecard, that man Bright Young, 43 of 41, and 2 4s and 4 6s with a strike rate of 104. Very impressive. But the man to watch out for is that man who's sharing the same strike rate with Ricky Tete there. David Ankara, still at the crease, 21 of 14 deliveries, 2 4s and 1 6 with a 150 strike rate. That man Peter Hall will be back in the attack to slow things down a bit. Projected score 146. Current run rate sitting at 7.2.
They know they need to break this partnership between these two batters. With 6 overs left, this can be very destructive for Super Eagles. David Ankra is so much in form right now, and Bright also is in form for a man who has faced 41 balls.
Maybe I tell you, this is where, as a batter, you have to think really deep, knowing how consistent Aho has been his last 2 overs. You must think through how you're going to negotiate him. 6, 7, 8 and over will be worth it, and wait for the very bad ball. But you won't get too many. You don't want to rush things and lose your wickets when you're set as this. And to score 150, 160 here, they have to watch Peter Aho. Good start, good running between wickets. David clearly wants the strike. Good to see the intent, no fear of the standards to expect from Peter Aho. Ankra taking that ownership. He wants to go face him, which is very good. And David Ankra asking Bright what it looks like, but that conversation will have to allow David Ankra sort things for himself. But I tell you what, this bowler, Peter Aho, is no pushover whatsoever. I tell you what, you've got to work extremely hard here, and that is what you see. Brilliant shot, tucks that on the way on the leg side. He wants a second one. No easy call, but yes, they made that happen. Peter Hall looking disappointed there. Waris didn't get quick on that one, but beautiful one in between the wickets. Between David and Bright, that partnership seems to be yielding some big positive things for Foundation. Gradually ticking to that 147 projected score. It is the last 34 deliveries of this innings, and it's Peter Aho versus David Ankra. Not quite happy. Good areas. That's what Peter knows how to do. The man that bowls the best Yorkers in the country. Right in the block hole, and so unlucky. A brilliant piece of bowling. He's got plenty of experience now. Peter Aho, man, had the privilege to be in UAE, Dubai during the ILT20 as one of the top 6 associate cricketers that were invited to be in the tournament, and he learned a lot from some of the youngsters. Full toss this time. Would this go all the way? Yes, it's done. That man is in form. David Ankra, you don't want to bowl loose deliveries to him, and that's one thing about trying to bowl Yorkers. You will miss a few, and that's it on your screen again. This time, looking for that Yorker, but only converted a full toss. David Ankra, that man enjoying the moment. 27 of 17 deliveries. It is for him, and the score is on 109 for 3 from 14.4.
Just 17 balls faced 27. David Ankra. This time goes big. One-handed.
Class act, you can call this. Class act. This is when a man is in form. This is all you see. This is standard anywhere in the world. He is just use the pace of that one again on your screen into the block, and he goes straight up one-handed. The quality of the bat shot paid off, and then the fielders could only watch. It's a maximum for David Ankra. This is beautiful. This is beautiful to watch. If you're following this game from anywhere, it is Foundation here, and it's David Ankra, the man who's got the double international shirt, played for Ghana International, and also represented Nigeria recently in Zimbabwe. More runs to Foundation. Peter Hall will be disappointed with himself. He's considered how many? A boundary there, 4 runs, another 6, 10, and 2 wide there. 12 runs from 3 deliveries, yet to complete the over, and we still have 1 ball left. The Super Eagles will be disappointed at this over, but this is cricket. It's about runs, and batters will always get runs. Projected score now moved to 156. Are we going to be another fast half century here? Brilliant cricket here. Brilliant slowish delivery. Peter seems done there, and that's the end of the 15th over. It is 116 for the loss of 3 wickets.
There again on the replay. Those are the 6s and the 4s. Firstly is that 4 full toss. David Ankra dispatching that towards backward of square. And the one that made the difference was that one-handed 6. Just look at how he played that. Waited for it within his arc. All the fielder could do, which was Peter Iseri, was just to look at the ball and see that goal all the way to the boundary for 6. And after that 15 overs with just 30 runs left, 30 balls to be bowled, I beg your pardon, 116 on the board, 3 wickets still. FCC at this point have a lot of license to now start hitting out. Current run rate is 7.73, projected is 155. So if they continue this way, they might be looking at probably getting above 150 or 160. That's what David Ankra is looking at.
This is good to see. AB 44 of 42 deliveries. Bright Young and David Ankra 33 of 19. This is going to be interesting here. And I'll tell you what, Super Eagles will probably be thinking, where are we going to get these runs from? Because I don't think they really have the firepower with the bat, but they have a lot with the ball. And this is Prosper Hussaini. That man has got big shoulders, big hands. He's got the quality as well. Let's see. They're both teammates for Nigeria. It's good to see the competitiveness of the league and how intense it can be. Prosper Hussaini to Bright Young. Brilliant shot, finds the gap. The man in the deep comes around. Another boundary to be not what you want to say if you have supporting Super Eagles. Prosper Hussaini not happy with himself, but that man moves to 48 of 43 deliveries. He is unsung. David Ankra. That's quite David Ankra who's in form. He's moved to 37 of 20 deliveries now. That will be a wide. Prosper Hussaini not happy with that one, but it is what it is. And clearly, the umpires know what they're doing. They're in control of this one. The mark is there. That one went off the mark. The umpire's call on that one, and he made the right call. This is good to see how competitive this game is. And it's Hussaini versus. He goes big. Will he go all the way? Yes, it is. This is a class act. If you're missing it, you are missing something big. If you're not at TBS and you're not watching, you haven't seen it again. I'll tell you what, one of the fastest, quickest bowlers in the country. On your screen again, short pitch delivery, and David Ankra stands and delivers that one. I am in control, and this is what you want to see if you're nowhere around Foundation Cricket Club. Working hard to be on top of this. Captain David Ankra leading the way.
Captain David Ankra leading the way. Just look at those boundaries back to back, and Ankra has got into 43 of 21 balls. This man is in so much form. I think he's the best batter this season. So much fun from him. He just pushes that to point for a single. He knows he's playing the captain's innings and he's playing the captain's roles, just like what Endurance has said. FCC might be looking at this season to lift a prestigious trophy that has eluded them for so much. This man, can he do it? Now, both Bright and Ankra are 44 each.
a long way to go. There's still the Super 6 tournament to play, and that is where the real runs will be required. But so far, it's been good for Foundation.
On the ground, Ankara would call him back for the second, and they would just chuck back for that 2 runs. These two are now in control of the middle. They are now doing exactly what they want the bowlers to do. Telling the bowlers with the bats, if you drop it in this arc, I'm going to send you to the boundary. If you drop it within this arc, I'm just going to push the balls for either a single or 2. And now Ankara is requesting for water. He's feeling a little bit dehydrated. Brighton 46 or 43 balls. Drives on the ground again towards covers. They'll just take a single for that. So not what Peter, I beg your pardon, Hussein Prosper wants. A no ball signal there by the umpire. More and more runs. $132 runs on the board. The overs. I just keep thinking. So also is the scoreboard. And with that dot ball takes us to the end of the 16th over. 132 for 3. Vura Mangalik back into the attack from the pavilion end. Bright is the man on strike. Pushes that on the ground. He's just going to take a single for that. Can he come back for 2? David Ankara pushing on. A run out chance at the non-striker's end. No is the call. He had to put in a dive. A little bit of a talk between Vura and the umpire.
Quite disappointed here. That's the pressure that comes with playing this type of games. 166 is projected score. Look at the run out opportunity there, but that was brilliant running between wicket. Looks it, but benefit goes to the batter always. The fielder quite disappointed, but he feels there was a chance there. Just there, and that's the 50. 50 comes up for Brighton Young. It's been a brilliant innings, 50 runs off 46 deliveries, just over 100 strike rate, which is very good. His captain there, David Ankara, congratulates him. Not what you would have expected, but we've seen some fine shots here by this young man. This partnership has yielded result for FCC 135. After 16.3 overs, David Ankara taking his time, seated on 44 of 25 deliveries now. He knows it. He's worked hard enough to be here, and a lot is at stake. It's what you see and what we continue to see. The pressure is up. The opportunities are there to be taken. Vora slows the game down. He goes big in air, uppish. He misses out on it. Looks at his bat. He knows it's the bottom because this is the same bat that have scored the last 5 boundaries. So I don't think there's anything to complain there. You just have to wait and wake out. Do we say Navos 50 now? But that is what it is. The man on that side is quite happy. He looks to go big, comes down the line, but on the ground, Peter Aho behind the ball, just ensuring it will be a single. And it's 45 of 27 deliveries for David Ankra. Bright would face the last ball from Vora. Plenty of communication between those two. Tries to go big, but played across that one. They will get one. Will they come for a second? David wants it, and he will get it. A poor fielding from Super Eagles. This is what happens once that partnership sets in. It would be nice to see the partnership, and it's the end of the 17th over. Score is 138 for a loss of 3 wickets. Bright, 52 runs of 47 deliveries. Watch it again. He's been one of the finest. He goes big. That one, slowish delivery. He hit it right to the embankment of the TBS over. Comes here. Square slash. Through backward of point. Found that boundary. And more came through in this innings of 52. This time he goes big through deep mid-wicket region. Found the maximum there. And then the one that brings up the 50. It's been very, very fantastic this. Last partnership, 69 of 42, with David Ankra contributing 45 from 27 and Bright 21 from 15. It's been very good for Foundation Cricket Club, and they're happy about it. Earlier, the partnership was between Goswell, and we're into the 18th over. It's Hussaini Prosper. He goes big. This time stands and delivers. Fielder comes around it. This is an amazing shot. Goes through long on. Comes into play but wasn't quick enough. And David Ankra moves to 49. A beautiful shot. He shovels a bit. Perhaps didn't see that one. Just stands there and tells him thank you. I love you for bowling that to me. Oh, that man. He is so in form. It would be nice to see him all the way through till the end of this tournament. But I'll tell you what, they usually break in transition. If you know me, that man will be consistent. David Ankra. Yes, he takes that one hard. It is the 50, yet he wants to strike again. Big work done by the captain himself, David Ankra. Worthy innings here. He's led from the front. He's giving confidence to the team. His Foundation Cricket Club on 144 for 3, 51, 50 up for David Ankra, 50 for Bright Young, and both of them have held still, making light work of this bowling attack from Super Eagles. We spoke earlier about the bowling prodigies, the potentials of this team. They've got the 2 opening bowlers for Nigeria, but I'll tell you what, they didn't stick around without fighting. David Ankra and Bright has taken this game to these bowlers.
Taking the game to the bowlers. I had to just watch that innings again. Now he flashes this bat. At this point, Ankra is licensed to go all the way. Andy.
He is just unstoppable. Unstoppable. Beauty. I don't know which areas you want to bowl, but he's played short round this wicket, and this is a class act. Look at that one again. He just stands there and delivers it through backward of point for another boundary. David Ankra, that man has shown consistency. He owns the craze. He owns this innings. He owns the TBS Cricket Oval and the Unilag Cricket Oval. Both grounds have seen this man in action, and I'll tell you what, this is the potential he's got, and that is why he got the call up to play for Nigeria. And he was bold. He departs. He looked to go big. Prosper Hussaini didn't really have to celebrate that one. Not quite happy he hasn't done this earlier. But that's the story for you. It is David Ankra who departs. And he's played a brilliant innings, set his team uprightly for 148 for 4. He is the one who departs in the 18th over with 2 balls left in the 18th over. That delivery and David's innings. That's it. He stands and delivers that one against Prosper Oseni, one of the quickest in Nigeria. Again, this time he shows his class act. He goes straight, brings up 49 here. That's how he's made it, and you can see clearly, and that's where the 50 came through. That man, David Ankra, you hear the name, he's been consistent. One of the finest around at the moment.
One of the finest around the moment, and just before he departed, he sent that ball dispatching towards the boundary for 4. And after that 4, you probably thought he was going to keep there and stay for his side. But this ball was what made the magic. He wanted to go big. Now you can see the way he swung his bat. He felt disappointed with himself. David Ankra did justice with the bat, taking his team 148 for 4 in 17.4 overs.
Seated on 8.38 current run rate, projected score 168. They've got enough there to get more runs. However, that man David won't be the one doing the magic. It will be Okwara who joins Bright. Hopefully he can get off the mark this first ball, but Prosper Oseni will have to ensure that he keeps him tight here at the end. Is he begging for that one? He looks disappointed, but the umpire there is so confident that was not going to hit. Replay again shows it. That man batting from just his leg stump. Yes, fell on that one. Umpire not out straight away. He is confident. The batter falling off doesn't mean that would hit. Clearly, Prosper Oseni showing a lot of frustration there, but when you've gone for 31, you would show that frustration. I can understand that. Not a position you want to be if you are a bowler.
Not a position you want to be, but he needs to still keep his composure and keep his calm. His team still needs him. He has 1 ball left to bowl in this 18th over. And would he be Peter Hobble in the penultimate over, which will be the 19th over? But 1 ball to end the 18th over. Hussein Prosper. Now this time towards the pads. He goes for the first. Bright wants to take strike. A video fumble from the non-striker's end. I think Bright has actually twisted his ankle while he was trying to run that. But I think he's going to be fine. So after the end of the 18th over, it is 149 for the loss of 4 wickets. And quickly, just to show you how this has panned out, there you see the batting partnership. David Ankra and Bright have been the highest so far. 79 runs off 46 balls, with David Ankra contributing 53 of 31 balls and Bright 21 of 15 balls. But Bright is still currently in, so it is safe to say that this 2 partnership is technically competing for the highest partnership in the league. Vora Mangalik back into the attack from the pavilion end for the 19th over of the first innings. Vuramangalik back into the attack from the pavilion end. Bright Okwara actually on strike with a single. They just have to find a way to cut off this from getting over 150. Goes down the track, and that has raced to the boundary for 4. Lovely shots there by Bright. Coming outside the track, pushing his hands out. Just see that again on the replay. Waited for Vora to leap, and then he came down the track and opened the face of the bat, racing down to the boundary for 4. It's safe to say that the most informed team this season has been Foundation Cricket Club. Drags that on the ground. They go for the first. Can they come back from the second? They take 2 runs comfortably. Bright has faced 49 balls and scored 58 runs. He's gone big, he's gone high, and that's another maximum from Bright. That man has taken over from the captain. He has decided to start going up into the boundaries, back to back.
He owns the day, Bright. On your screen again, he goes big, inside out this one, and he goes all the way. This time around, Super Eagles will just fetch 162 for 4 from 18.4. It is Vora to Bright. He goes big, but brilliant piece of bowling there by Vora. The pressure is up here. It's been an amazing show of bat here against ball. He swings this time, misses again. And that will be the end of the 19th over, a 162 for 4. Foundation have dominated nicely.
Those are Bright's back-to-back boundaries. He came down the track for the first one, hit it down on the ground, making sure that Longoff had no room for that. But this one, we waited for it, perfectly timed. He knew what he wanted to do, and all he needed to do was swing the bat, because Longoff had come in a bit, like 5 steps forward from the rope, and that went all the way for 6. Now we're in for the last 6 balls. Peter Aho will be bowling the last over of this game. Oh, I beg your pardon, of this innings. 162. A very tall order right now for Super Eagles Cricket Club. Huge tall order. Last 6 balls. Peter Aho to Okwaras. On the leg side, a dot ball considered. Good bowling there by Peter Aho, ensuring that there's so much pace behind that ball that by the time the batter was swinging the bat, he missed it.
This is good to see. Peter Aho bowling in the last. He's bowled the first and the last over of this innings. Just not good enough to slow Foundation down. It's 162 for 4. 19.2 overs bowled, 4 deliveries left from the Court of Appeal end by Peter Aho. He swings this one, this time goes across. The fielder in the deep comes in and makes a mess of that one. Another boundary, much needed for Foundation. Disappointing. That man at deep mid-wicket made a mess of it. Peter Aho quite disappointed at the show here. That man, Benga Kimiola, jersey number 8. 166 for 4. Our expected score is 170, with the current run rate seated at 8.5. Peter Aho to Okwara. He goes big this time. Will he found the boundary? Yes, he found it. And he gets another one. It is 4 runs added. We talked about 170. Now, what would the projected be? 174 perhaps. 173 it says. At 170 already for 4 wickets, 19.4 overs. Just in the block. And that man, Okwara, didn't stick around without making a statement. Oh, he tries to play the Dilshan scoop. He knows he missed that one. That's some courageous batting against a really fast bowler.
Very courageous, you must say. And he himself, he knows he could have done better than that. He had to just time the ball well. He was just too quick before that. But Foundation will be happy that within this game, 2 batters had scored a double half century.
Brilliant shot, brilliant shot. What a way to end this innings. What a way to end this innings. This is the attitude you want to see. Okwara, quality against a decent Peter Aho, who has struggled today, disappointed by himself. Just 1 wicket for 38 runs from his 4 over. That's again on your screen. It walks right onto the off stump. The man tried to bowl him a yoker, but he would flick that one away. Disappointing. It is 174 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. Interesting show. Match summary there. Foundation Cricket Club 174 for 4. Bright Young top scored with 64 off 52 deliveries. David Ankra, the captain, led from the front, attacking onslaught 55 off 31. And Godswill F. Young, that man who had the potential to go big earlier, but managed 21 off 19 deliveries. On the wicket park, it is Peter Aho 1 for 34. Aziz Wariz 1 for 34. Kamal Manglani 1 for 30 from the allotted 4 overs each. That's the show from the first innings.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet leased lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
All right, welcome back to the second innings of the Foundation Cricket Club versus Super Eagles Cricket Club Cricket Committee 2025-2026 Club Cricket Committee Lagos Cricket League season. Earlier on in the first innings, David Ankra and Bright David Ankra and Bright both putting up a half century for each other. Bright leading the pack with 64 off 52 balls and David Ankra 55 off 31, but closely followed by Godswill Effiong 21 off 19 balls. And in terms of the bowling chart, only 3 bowlers could have wickets: Peter Aho, Aziz Wariz and Kamal, all taking 1 wicket each.
You're still live. You still have something on your screen. Good afternoon and welcome back to the second innings of this encounter. Clearly the cards on your screen tells you 175 runs required by this team, Super Eagles against Foundation Cricket Clubs. It's been about runs here. Just 4 wickets in that first innings. I was going to make a light work of this, I'll tell you what. Well, the statement's huge here to be made. Will Super Eagles be able to make some meaningful contributions here with the bat? They've got the potentials. Will they actualize them? Yeah, we're here to face that. 175 runs required from 20 overs. That man, Jesse number 57. Jesse number 56, clearly looking to dominate here. He goes big, first ball in the air. The fielder coming around it. Brilliant running, but couldn't make it. A wicket. And clear intent. And this is clear intent here. The aggression is on. Again in your screen, first ball. And that man, Hosanna, go hard fighting, but brilliant running there by the fielder. Boniface was trying to make the best of that catch. Brilliant shot, but running between wickets. Good piece of wicket keeping there. Interesting here. This looks promising. Super Eagles will fight hard here. They will go down fighting. From that first delivery, we saw that. And Boniface was trying to make a game out of that ball. We got a game in our hands here. And Super Eagles knows what it takes. Is Ajit. This looks really, really slow at delivery. He misses out on it. Yeah, they would run through this one. Ajit and Hosanna will be looking for that fine partnership. There has to be some level of aggression in this one. Required run rate is 8.8 and over, about 9 and over. They know it. They know how important this is in the first power play. They know they have to dominate, and they want to take advantage of that. 171 required from 116. Oh, beautiful piece of ball in there. That one leaving the batter. Clueless here. He knows it. Don't bowl anything close to the batter. The smart and understanding cricketer. Is the end of the first over. The score is on 4 for no loss.
First for no loss. Just look at that first ball. That aggression made by Hosanna, creating that intent. And just look at that fielder. If he had taken that catch, to me, that would have been the catch of the day, or probably the catch of the week. But that was very close. A good intent by Hosanna and a good catch attempt by Boniface. Super Eagles are not going to back down. They need 9 runs per over, and they are currently 4 runs per over. So 171 in 114 balls might look like a tall order, but it can be done if they can get boundary per over.
You perhaps need top level batting here to dominate this and chase this down. You have to look to score a boundary and over, running 4 or 5 singles, and hope that there would be those 2 or 3 bad overs to capitalize on. But I tell you, there's going to be little room for error in this game. Understanding the technicalities on the field by these players.
Going down the leg side, it's a wide ball. Not the way they would have wanted to start. Abubakar is the bowler from the Court of Appeal end. Easily driven towards point, a run out chance. Ooh, missed chance. And that would race to the boundary for 4. An overthrow from Jesse number 2 from the Foundation Cricket Club in person of Idem Bright Uyong, the man who scored over 50, had just dashed out at extra runs. 5 runs already taken in that ball. And that will be a pleasure for the Super Eagles. Pushed down the ground towards point. No run will be considered. I think he's definitely going to have a bit of an injury. But let's quickly go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Hosanna will be getting the medical attention outside. Twisted his ankle while trying to throw that ball. On the ground towards points. No run taken. Beats the fielder. A run out chance, but not given there by the umpire, Kehinde Olabiwonu. That was a good running in between the wickets, even though the second one was a bit slower, but they actually will be comfortable with that too. These two batters know they need to stay there for their side. If they have to chase down 163 in 110 balls.
Ismail still trying to break that partnership. At the moment is 9 on the board between Ajit and Hosanna, who's the aggressor here today. Didn't really get much of that one, and that will end the third over. It is 19 for no loss. It's Ajit who's on 9 of 12 deliveries and Hosanna 8 of 6. 17 runs between them and 2 extras. 175 to win required in that partnership of 19. These two will have to work extremely hard. Required run rate seated at 9 per over. Manglit Vorag, Benga Kinrela, Peter Useni Prosper, Nikuj, Sumit Kumar, Kamal Manglani, and Deteram Pradeep are here to bat.
He might seems to be a very tall holder for Super Eagles, but with just 102 balls left, they just need to get those boundaries up. Now the captain brings himself into the attack, David Ankra. He knows he needs to break this partnership between Hosanna and Ajit, because these two, if they settle in till probably the 10th over, and putting around the soft hands, a run out chance, a beat high over the keeper's head. Up in the air, will that be taken? Cool as you like catch. Finally, the partnership has been broken. And FCC, through the captain, David Ankra, will be happy with that dismissal. Again, it was a soft dismissal. And Ajit has lost his first wicket, so he has to take the long walk back towards the pavilion. Jesse number 75, Hussein Prosper is the new man in. The big man in the national team. He hits the ball back to back to the pavilion. Would he be able to do for Super Eagles, because they need those boundaries so much? David Ankra, 1 of 1, 1 run conceded, 1 wicket. has only bowled 0.3 overs. 155 needed in 99 balls. A bit of field placement by David Ankra. They know this man can go big on the leg side. A white ball signal there. Would that race to the boundary? It's a white 4. White 4. David Ankra having a discussion with the wicketkeeper, but to me it was David Ankra going towards the leg side, and you can see Rickson Tete having that discussion with him as well. You don't bowl towards the leg side and you expect the keeper to actually help you out to stop that. That was quick on the leg side. And there was nothing the wicketkeeper can actually do to that. Tried to pull that, but Ankra was very quick. A taste of his medicine. Hussein Prosper is also quick. David Ankra also proving to him that he's also quick. Lovely square cuts. Ooh, couldn't be stopped by the man that took the catch earlier on, and they go for the second. 2 runs taken comfortably. Ankra, an in-swinger, would automatically become an outswinger for Hussein Prosper, being a left-hander. Looking to go big on the leg side. Funny as it is, there's no protection at backward of square or deep square leg or mid wicket. And that dot ball brings us to the end of the 4th over. It's 27 for 1. Ismail back into the attack from the pavilion end, putting on jersey number 56. A bit of a discussion there by the umpire, explaining to him that once he's ready, he needs to bowl. You can't be ready and be wasting time while you're setting the field. And he knocks him over. Oh, lovely bowling there by Ismail. Pauline Hosanna. And you see that again on the replay. Knocks him over, middle stump. There was nothing he could do. And Hosanna will feel disappointed with himself. And after 2 wickets, 27 runs on the board for 4.1 overs gone. Benga Kiriola is the new man in for Hosanna, who just lost his wicket. Oh, very well bowled there by Ismail. Getting that away from the body of Benga Kiriola. Just see that again from the replay. Letting that out. And a good catch there by the wicketkeeper. Another wicket in this over. It was long coming. All he did was just take him 2 balls to get that wicket. You can see that again. Benga had no response to that ball. The previous ball before that was well swung, but this time stayed low. Benga was looking to do the on drive, but again another wicket has been taken as it's now 27 for 3. New man in is the captain, Vora Mangalik. Forward defensive played by Vora Mangalik. Last ball of the 5th over, which has produced 2 wickets already. Very well played and very well bowled. 2 wickets in the 5th over. 27 for 3. From the cut of appeal end is the captain, David Ankra. On the leg side, beats the man at third. They go for the first one. They'll just take 2 comfortably. Prosper Hosseini against David Ankra. No ball signal there by the umpire. I think it was the front foot. Still no ball signaled. It was definitely the front foot. This is not what FCC will be hoping for. Now Hussein Prosper has the license to open up the bat with his snowball.
I need a lot more. 145 from 89. Prosper can hit the ball big. This is a no ball against David Ankra, the captain. He goes big, but this time finds a gap. And still a no ball. More runs here for Hussein Prosper. David Ankra will have to work extremely hard here. Was a full toss on the leg stump, and Prosper Hosseini obliges. He won't stop going big. He's got the ability. The question is how long will he hang in there for? The current run rate seated at 5.8 and over. Required is 9.7. Into the last over of power play. Yeah, David Ankra would have to think about this. He's decided to come around the wicket to Prosper Hosseini. This is a no ball delivery. Yeah, he misses out on that one. Prosper Hosseini, he knows he's just missed out more runs for his team. Prosper, 8 of 7 deliveries. Vora yet to get on with this. The first 2 balls yet to score. They will be depending on that man, Prosper and Peter Aho. This is a tall order, 140 from 88 balls left. Brilliant line. Easy does it. shimmies down the wicket, but can only get a single there. Didn't really get hold of that one, but scrambled for that needed rotation. And 3 deliveries left from this one. The 6th over. It's been sheer dominance here by Foundation. Post a very huge total, 174, and gotten 3 wickets here. It looks like they're winning in bits. Vura here is going to contend with David Ankra. Another no ball. What is happening here? It's looking like all front foot no balls. David Ankra will have to watch this one. A couple too many. But my question here is the response from Vora. Wasn't really interested in going into that shot. Just stood there and swung his bat. David would be required to work extremely hard to sort out the no ball issues and start bowling wicket to wicket. Another dot ball, this time a leg out delivery. One to come from this over. That's the end of the power play. It is 37 for the loss of 3 wickets.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust.
Gutwill into the attack from the pavilion end. He'll be looking to get off the mark and a bit of a quick field placement for Foundation Cricket Club. I'm wondering where the man putting on jersey number 33 is going. He was formerly on the leg side. Why would he was being moved to the offside, and now he's back to where he was actually meant to be at covers proper. Pushed. Run out chance missed. They'll take the first one, and Prosper will be back on strike for this.
Interesting to see how Boniface would work really hard on the field. Didn't really get the opportunity with the bat, no ball, and so doing everything possible to ensure that His side wins this one with a decent margin to ensure a decent net run rate at the end of the first round of games. If you're just joining us, it's the second game for today. It's Foundation Cricket Club who batted first, 174 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in 20 overs. And the current score is seated on 39 for 3 from 6.1. He goes big. Did he get it? Yes. And that's the man, Prosper Hosseini. We talked about his potentials. Now they are being actualized. He knows he's going to go big. Sooner or later, Prosper Hosseini, he's done it nearly many times. But with this one carried through, he needs a lot of discipline. Look at that. What a beauty that he got the maximum of.
A lot of discussion in the center. Now 4 players, including David Ankra, including Rickson Tete, including the wicketkeeper, now having that discussion with this man. They know what exactly Prosper Hosseini can do with the ball. You can see Rickson telling him, do not bowl it into the axe. Once he gets into the borderline, Prosper becomes dangerous, and that is what they need. He went big with that one. His composure, the way he hit that ball again, look at his back lift. He waited patiently, and he just knew the moment the ball came off the bowler's hand, he knew it was within his arc, and he knew all he needed to do was just send down to the boundary. This discussion is still ongoing as Rickson Tete hasn't still ended, and I think there's going to be a glove change by Prosper Hosseini. You know, sometimes when you get some shots, it becomes the producer's delight. Just see that shot again. The producer is just showing this over and over. He just can't get a very good enough of it. Now he wants to take it in the slow motion mode. There you have it again. Just look at it. Within the arc, just went over and over again. That's a lovely shot there from Hussein Prosper. And there you have our sponsors board. Just look at it. Sterling Bank, Tata International, Tech Point Solutions, Lagos Cricket Club, I beg your pardon, Lagos Cricket Stakeholders, Nigerian Cricket Federation, Sego Family Foundation, Pet Foundation, Milo, University of Lagos Cricket Alumni, and the Lagos State Cricket Association have been extremely supportive in this 2025-2026 season. Hussein Prosper with that 6 has taken his tally up to 17 of 11 votes, and Vura Mangalik is still yet to get a run on his board. As Super Eagles are now 45 for 3 in 6.2 overs. Back-to-back boundaries there by Hussein Prosper, sending that again to the boundary. 10 runs already in 2 balls. This is what Super Eagles will be hoping for. Maybe this particular over can just push them back to where they want to be. They require 9.33, but now they are 7.54. They know this might be the over that can just keep them back into the momentum that they require. Still much of a tall order for this man. Jersey number 27, Gus Will, has only bowled 0.4 balls and has conceded 14 runs already. Vora Mangalik is now the one on strike. Down the leg side, a white ball signal there by the umpire. Played off the gloves for a boundary. Vorat will be happy with that. So also will be the Super Eagles side. Keeper could have taken that catch. It was a drop catch by the wicket keeper. And 4 runs goes in favor of Super Eagles. What a shot there by Vora Mangalik. Playing that late court. Just look at that. Played it late. So much room. And after that, over 23 runs considered in an over. Super Eagles are now 60 for 3. Now they require 115 of 78 balls. Now they required, and the current are almost simultaneous. Required is 8.85 and they are currently on 8.57. So they are going to be happy because they are within the particular runs that they need. Jersey number 8 from the Court of Appeal end is Boniface.
$60 for 3. We're into the 8th over. It's been Prosper Hosseini who has been the aggressor. And I tell you, this is what he likes. He enjoys it a lot. Spin bowling. If this man bats for 10 overs, the story might just change here. He knows what it is. Glided that one through the gully region. He wants a second. Yes, he will get it. Oh, brilliant running between the wicket. Prosper Hosseini. He is in control. National team prodigy here, showing just that class he is made of. He can bat. We said it. The question is, how long will he bat for? Yeah, this is how important this is for Prosper and his team. He tries to go big. He misses out. He knows it. He's got the ability, and this is where Foundation will have to be careful, because Prosper Hosseini is not the one that sticks around without giving it a fight. He can be very destructive if you allow him. He goes big. This time just tucks that away. What a shot. Brilliant cricket. This is what we're talking about. He's taking the fight to them. Look at that shot. Just get off my pad. He's making it count here for Super Eagles. They will be delighted. It's an amazing sign-on, and it's happening with the bat. Did it happen with the ball? That question left unanswered by the end of the first innings. A big shout. Not interested, the umpire. Emmanuel Boniface looking for that breakthrough for Foundation. They've been teammates long enough to know the abilities Prosper have. So he knows he needs to be careful. He goes big this time. Fielder comes under it. He drops it. Could that be the drop? How disappointing can this be? Oh no. Look at it. Hard work done by Emmanuel. Bowling the right length. And look at that. He just dropped it. Well, not where you want to be. That was a seater. And dare to be taken. He wants it. He calls for the single. Run out of opportunity. No, it won't happen. Emmanuel Boniface really not happy about that one. And the score is 67 for 3 after 8 overs. That's the shot again. It was there, but the fielder made a mess of it.
Foundation Cricket Club needs to understand that might bite them later on. And interesting to say, I think it was the captain of the side that dropped that catch. The replay will tell us much better. Yes, it was the captain. David Ankra dropped that vital catch. Because the more you have this man in there, the more deadly he's going to become for Super Eagles.
Bowling change. It's Mohammed who comes in from the pavilion end of the TBS Cricket Oval, and it will be against that man Prosper Hussaini. Yeah, the fight is on. He's a good hitter of spin bowling. When he gets in form, he can be dangerous. And I tell you, 72 balls left and 108 runs on the board is doable by any standard. The question is, how long will it take? Current run rate 8, required 9. Brilliant shot. They will just jog this one. Prosper just rotating strike, and this is all he needs to do. Quietly rotate strike and wait for that one off and the 2 bad overs we spoke about. We still haven't seen them. One came earlier, but they didn't really make the maximum of that one. And this is where Manglik will have to keep rotating strike to make sure Prosper is on strike as much as possible. Brilliant running, brilliant hit. Yes, it's gone. Yes, it's gone. Disappointing. And that attitude is uncalled for. Not acceptable. Disappointing for Super Eagles. That man, the most needed wicket, takes off a ball. Vora blocked the ball straight to a fielder. Big wickets, and they got it.
You said it right, Endurance. He needed to rotate the strike. Mangalik pushed that, but the mistake they both did was straight into the fielder. They were not quick on their feet, and Hussein Prosper feeling disappointed with himself. I think Vora is walking up to him to apologize, but Vora knows he needs to now step up as the captain to play the captain's innings, and you can see that spirit of sportsmanship between both of them. And Hussein Prosper needs to get out of the field, feeling disappointed with himself. Foundation Cricket Club will be happy with this, as with that 3rd wicket, they are 68 for 3. Again on the replay, you can see how it did happen. Pushed it down. And just look at that running. It was quick. It was in. From this angle, he looked like he grounded his bat. But the umpire can see way much better. Hussein Prosper has to take that long walk back to the dugout. On the ground. They'll just take a single for that.
Just that one straight to the fielder. The gap between deep extra cover and long off. A single, more runs there. That Taraman. Dataram will have to find another partnership with Vora, but that wicket was really crucial. That's the ninth overboard, and it's 70 for 4. That wicket again. Vora trying to get off strike to bring in Prosper on strike. That action again in slow motion. Dangerous look. But look at that running. That was really close. It was really close, and it was the umpire's call. Not happy. Super Eagles. (105) runs from 66 balls. Current run rate seated on 7.7 and required is 9.5. Vora Dataram would be looking to get this partnership going, but Emmanuel hit it straight to the field at short, mid off. It goes big over the bowler's head. It will just be a single. Everything just working fine for Foundation, and they seem to be dominating this. But the good thing is to see that Super Eagles are giving it a fight. 71, halfway through. 4 balls left to be halfway through this innings. They just need 2 points to up the required run rate. It's another dot ball. Here is Dataram, who is on 1 from 4 deliveries. Vora 10 of 11. Will have to show that a lot more responsibilities. He goes big, finds the gap. Yes, the much needed boundary. It just seems things can get better from here. Dataram knows he needs to work extremely hard. This delivery again from Emmanuel Boniface. He just stands and delivers that one through the covers for the boundary. Goes big again, straight to the fielder in the dip. And this time, Dataram will walk. The last ball yet to come, but FCC happy with another wicket. And look at that again from Emmanuel Boniface. Dataram looks to go big and hit it straight to the man at the long on boundary. It is 75 for the loss of 4 wickets in 9.4 overs.
With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
It's Emmanuel who will bowl the last ball of the 10th over. That brings us to the end of the 10th over. It's 75 for the loss of 5 wickets. Super Eagles will require another 100 from 60 balls if they stand a chance in winning this one. Required run rate is moved to 10 and over. Currently seated at 7.5 run rate. Fall of wickets for you. It's Ismail Abdullahi, 2, 4, 5, 14 dot balls and 3 overs. Solid and quality economy rate at 1.67. We see their handy wickets. David Ankra 1 for 18 and Emmanuel Boniface 1 for 12 of 2 overs respectively. Mohammed Ridwalahi economy rate of 3. It's that man again. Looks to go big but not getting value of it. Vora disappointed at himself. Almost played on. No is the call from Sumit. Brilliant shot, finding that gap. Good running between wickets, run out opportunity. No. Vora not happy, but made his ground anyway. We're into the second half of the second innings. 75 for 5, 10.3 overs, 99 runs from 54 balls left. He's gone. He's disappointed, but he's gone. Disappointed. I was going to talk about it. That running between the wicket looks sluggish. Look at it again on your screen. Wasn't going to go. No easy call. Just look at that. Sumit is disappointed. He walks in not happy. Not happy. More runs here into the 11th over. Brilliant pace taking off the ball here by Mohammed. Ahor now on strike. After 77 for 6. Last delivery of the 11th over from the pavilion end. It's Peter Ahor who faces this one. A dot ball, and that's the end of the 11th over. He goes big in the air. More. That man departs. It is Peter Aho who lives this time. Excitement. FCC dominating this one. He knows it. Peter Aho will depart. Not what you want to see if you want Super Eagles to win this one. Again in the slower ducks. Watch it. Sat right under that one. Easy piece of work. Waris, that young man, he can also play this game. I'll tell you where we lost it. Hussaini Prosper's wicket, Waris' wicket, Peter Hall's wicket. Put them all together. Won't be as bad as we seems now. But it's 97 runs required from 49 balls. Brilliant bowling. This by Emmanuel Boniface. And the score is 78 for 7 after 12 overs.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet leased lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable?
Now it seems like a tall order for the Super Eagles Cricket Club, as they have 47 balls left, 97 runs to score. Up in the air, a beat over a point. 2 runs taking, a run out chance, not given. Umpire Kehinde Olabiwonu saying the batter grounded his bat. That was a good pickup there by the fielder. And that was a very lovely ground of the bat there by the batter, ensuring that he stays in and doesn't lose his wicket. Another wicket taken in the deep. Super Eagles have lost another wicket. This time is Vorel Mangalik drove that all the way to deep mid wicket. And that wicket has taken it to the 8th wicket, as it's now 80-8 in 12.3 overs.
Quite disappointing feature for Super Eagles. But it's a hard day at work. Foundation making a light work of this one. In an interesting sight here at the TBS Cricket Over. Good to see the greens come back again. A beautiful atmosphere here. More dot balls.
On the ground, straight down. The captain picks that up. Just one run for that. And with that single brings us to the end of the 13th over. It's 81-8. Super Eagles now require 94 runs in 42 balls, while FCC, to call it a day, just needs 2 wickets to end the proceedings. Boniface back into the attack from the cut of appeal end. Up in the air, David Ankra takes that easily. And at this point, it's safe to say that Foundation Cricket Club is gradually cruising to another victory against the bottom side Super Eagles.
Interestingly, Emmanuel Boniface having the best of this one, tried to walk that one off. As the captain there himself, he knows how important this is. Having put one down earlier, it's just not what you want to see if you're wearing the blue colors. Unfortunately, it's Kamal who strolls in to join Aziz. It's 81-9, 1 wicket left. Current run rate is 6.2, and the required have climbed for 13.4. It's been an all FCC dominance here at the TBS Cricket Oval. It's interesting times here. Waris will have to watch from the non-strikers end as things. This is what it is in the second match of the day here at the TBS Cricket Oval. It's Foundation Cricket Club versus Super Eagles, and Foundations have shown real dominance here. That's another dot ball. We are into the 14th over. He goes big. Will he find a gap on fielder? It's a boundary, a much needed one. Kamal will have to give it a fight. They know it. And it's a tall order. It's a tall axe. It's 90 required now from 39 balls. That was foolish delivery. And he found the gap between the deep mid wicket and the long on boundary fielders. It's 85-9. And it's 13.3 overs. We're into the last quarter of this game. It's been a sheer dominance by Foundation Cricket Club. 174 runs from allotted 4 overs. Quick firing 50 from the captain. Kamal goes big but can only find a gap around mid-off. They Know It Foundation, and Waris Aziz, who is yet to score after 4 deliveries, looks to go big, edges that one, and keeper drops it. First one taken really quick, but not interested in the second one. Kamal Boniface would have taken a foot, but he knows he needs to work even harder with support by his wicket keeper. That man with jersey number 44 is Saturday Elijah. He's had a tough day with the bat. Got out of the second delivery from Peter Hall. Kamal will not stop, just trying to score. And that's the end of the 14th over. It is 89 for the loss of 9 wickets. Super Eagles requires 86 runs in 36 balls. Current run rate 6 and over. Mohammed into the 15th over now. 90 on the board. Super Eagles, a disappointing show for them with the array of players they've got. Waris just swung his bat at that one. Big shot, he finds the gap. With this go all the way, fielders come around it. Goes in, and that's the end of the show here. It's Mohammed who laughs last. It's 91 runs all out. Disappointing for Super Eagles. Happy moment for Foundation. This is it. Happy FCC celebrating the 48 years of the club. It's Foundation Cricket Club who have won by 83 runs. Emphatic win. This is it. Big statement made. The match summary card for you. Foundation Cricket Club 174 for the loss of 4 wickets from 20 overs. Led in front by the captain himself, firing 55 of 31 deliveries. But the man that had the show was Bright Young, 64 of 52. Goswin Effiong was in form but only halted a wave, 21 of 19. Peter Aho, Aziz Waris and Kamal all have 1 wicket each for 38. 34 and 30 runs respectively. Super Eagles only managed 91 runs for the loss of 10 wickets in 14.5 overs. It's Hussaini Prosper, that debatable, arguable wicket, but 30 runs from 20 deliveries. Mangler Vora, the captain, 15 of 19. Hosanna Omokiobo, 9 of 8 deliveries. Emmanuel Boniface was the pack of the wicket, 3 for 21 in 4. Ismail Abdullahi, 2 for 5 in 3. Mohammed Redwan, 2 for 10 in 3.5. Foundation Cricket Club won by 83 runs. And that's the end of the show here from the TDS Cricket Oval. Thank you to all our sponsors, those who have taken time to watch the game from home, and those who are at the stands here. Hopefully, see you next weekend. Thank you.